Hi guys, welcome to God's Reporter. I'm your host David Fry, and since Thanksgiving is just around the corner, I thought we'd talk a little bit about what we're thankful for. What are you thankful for? Usually what we say is we're thankful for our family, thankful that we have a house over our roof over our heads, thankful that we have food in our stomachs, a car to drive, the usual things. But do we really say we're thankful for what's really important? The root of having all of those things? God's love. Are we thankful for God's love, His grace, His mercy? Sometimes we usually take it for granted. God's love is the root of what is all is good in this world. For without God's love, we would not even be here. Without God's love, there would not even be an earth. That's when God's love began, is when He created the heavens and the earth. God's love began with Adam and Eve. He could have just wiped them out when they sinned in the garden, but they didn't. Through His grace, His mercy, and His love, He set them out to fend for themselves instead of just wiping the slate clean and starting over. God's love is the basis of everything good. Without God's love, His grace, His mercy, we would not have food, we would not have shelter, we would not have cars, we would not have anything. We would not be here. You have God's love in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32, I believe it says, "Be kind to one another, be tender-hearted, forgive one another as Christ has forgiven us." That's what we should be doing. Christ gave us God's love, not just because He loves us, but He gave us the ability to love with God's love. He gave us the ability to love one another with true love, with unconditional love. No ifs, ands, or buts. No stipulations. But that's what we do. We don't love with God's love like we should. When someone falls in love with another, there's always seems to be a stipulation, an if, and, or but. We can't just love someone no matter what for eternity. God says, "Love one another as I have loved you." We also should forgive one another as Christ has forgiven us. Because I've got news for you. Every one of us sin. We can't be mad at someone else just because they sin differently than we do. Everyone makes mistakes. There's God's love. There's the devil's anger. What are you going to do? The devil created anger. He created resentment, envy, jealousy. All of those emotions were created by the devil. God created love. He created happiness, joy. He created all the good emotions. The devil, that's what's wrong with the world today. The devil plants the anger in us. He plants the jealousy, the resentment, the envy. We shouldn't be envious or jealous of the person next door just because they have a bigger house than we do. Can't be jealous because they have a swimming pool and we don't. Can't be jealous because they've got a brand new car and we don't. When they have something like that, don't think of it as a bigger house. You might want to think of it as a bigger house payment. You might want to think of it as not just having a swimming pool that you don't, but they have a swimming pool payment that you don't. You might not think of it as having a new car. but having a new car payment. When you start seeing things like that, you need to start counting the blessings God has given you, because His love, His grace, and His mercy always outweighs the anger, the resentment, the jealousy, the envy. Sure, we're going to get angry at someone, but I'm not talking about holding on to the anger. You can't just hold on to anger. You can't hold a grudge against someone. Holding a grudge against someone is a waste of energy. Maybe they hurt you, but after a while, we're supposed to forgive those people. We forgive each other as Christ has forgiven us. Because I've got news for you. You probably made a mistake too. I make mistakes every day. I ask for forgiveness for my sins every day because I know I've sinned, regardless if I know it or not. Everyone sins daily. It's not an every other day thing. You know, we need to think more about God's love and sharing His love, sharing His word. That's what's wrong with the world today, is the devil puts anger in our hearts, hoping that we will forget about God's love and His blessings that He's bestowed upon us. Forget about His grace and His mercy that He's given us. Forget about all the good that God has given us. He wants us to concentrate on the negativity, the bad things, and not on the positivity and the good things. Be thankful for God's love. Be thankful for His grace, His mercy. Be thankful for the joy and happiness He puts in our lives. Be thankful for God. For without Him, we are nothing. Without Christ, we are nothing. We could be the richest man, richest woman in the world, but without Christ, we are nothing. If you want to hold on to something, brush off the anger. Get rid of that chip on your shoulder. You want to carry something around, carry His love in your heart. Carry His grace and His mercy and His forgiveness in your heart so you can share it with someone else. You know, tell someone, regardless if you know them or not, tell them, I love you no matter what. No ifs, ands, or buts. Always. You know, it's not that hard. Love is great, especially when it's real. Spread real love, not the world love, because the world has no clue what it is. God is the only true love, the only unconditional love. Be thankful for love. Be thankful for God who gave it to you. Be thankful for all that He gives you. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And until next time, God bless.